Hello and welcome to Pit Stop Procrastination, the pit stop for your thoughts when you just want to debrief the race. You are joined by Remii and Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Remii. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. We're surviving, not thriving.
Oh, man, we're tired, guys. That was a big midnight race.
This week we're in Abu Dhabi for round 24 and the final curtain has fallen on the 2025 season. Abu Dhabi delivered under the lights and what a final it was. One race win, a world title decided, and a lot of team stories to unpack.
Oh, man. Red Bull Racing got Verstappen back on top with a race win, but it wasn't enough. McLaren walked away with another big one, a Drivers' Championship for Mr. Lando Norris.
We're breaking down who walks away smiling, who's rebuilding over winter, and what this final means for 2026. Strap in.
So let's get into Abu Dhabi. Zoe, what just happened?
What didn't happen?
We have a new world champion.
We do.
Crazy.
Mr. Lando Norris is now the world champion.
Wow.
Max Verstappen no more.
That's
RIP.
crazy. I can't actually believe it. I really thought that Max might come through with it, but here we are.
I had a gut feeling that he was going to be able to, but
wow.
the prophecy was not meant to be.
So crazy, man.
Okay, so how did we watch this weekend?
Well, we watched together, didn't we?
Oh, so nice.
We had a little sleepover, guys, which was lovely. So I came over to Zoe's house.
Yep.
We went for dinner and then went to bed.
Yep.
And then set our alarms 10 minutes earlier
Yep.
than the race. Watched that back.
Yep.
Then went to sleep and woke up and had to go to the office.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was a little bit tiring. So at least it was a midnight and not a 3 a.m. because maybe that would have been worse.
I think it would have been because I think I know it's the same amount of time, but I think that worked out quite well because I still felt like I got like a full night's sleep kind of vibe. I just kept saying to everybody today, I feel like I'm both drunk and hungover at the same time.
I was so tired.
Yeah, because I felt delirious, but then I had all the hangover symptoms like headache, dehydration, like, you know.
So funny.
And I was like, what the hell? What the hell?
Oh my God. We've had a really big week of work and everything as well. So it was the little cherry on top for us, I think.
Absolutely. But it's been so fun to spend so much time with you this weekend. It's been really cute.
It's been so lovely.
3 dinners. No, well, 4 if we count tonight.
Oh my God, guys.
4 dinners in a row.
So exciting. Yeah. So we've spent some really good quality time together.
That was good.
But this does bring us to the end of the season.
Yeah.
So what a whirlwind. Next week we're going to do a full catch up of the season that was.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and just focus on the last race today.
Yeah.
As much as it's going to be so hard to not just keep looking back.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll do a recap of everything that's leaving.
Yeah.
Everything that's, kind of end of an era this year. And just kind of recap the season, our favorite battles.
Yeah.
Probably our favorite wins, our favorite tracks, those kinds of things. We're going to do some thinking.
Absolutely. So would you like to cover the tyres for this weekend to kick us off, Zoe?
Yes, we had the C3, the C4 and the C5. So the same as last year, and it's one step from the softest. So they were, pretty standard.
Yep.
I have a couple of notes about practice, but I don't really think it's worth spending any time there.
For sure.
The only thing, FP1 and 2, nothing. FP3, there was a bit of drama, but only because Lewis put it in the wall.
Yeah.
So Kimi Antonelli was released straight into Yuki's Tsunoda's path in the pit lane, and he crashed into the side of him and damaged the front wing.
That wasn't
on
ideal.
The Red Bull, so
Not
that was
ideal.
that. But quali.
Wow.
Yeah. What did you think?
That was a big event. I woke up early the next morning to watch it back because I think it was on at midnight.
Yeah.
And I was way too tired to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And that was so intense. I thought it was a really good qualifying session.
Yeah.
I was initially really happy to see Oscar on top of Q1. I was like, all right, we're on. That didn't quite go that way.
No.
But I think my biggest takeaway was losing Lewis Hamilton again.
3 in a row.
Nuts. So that was really, really sad, and he was pretty upset about it. So that really hurt.
It did. That Ferrari's really cursed.
Any big takeaways from you?
I just thought I loved how much strategy we saw in this because obviously Max was trying really hard to get the pole, which he did.
Yep.
And Yuki gave him a tow on the first run of Q3.
Yep.
So it wasn't the lap that ended up mattering, but it was like the first lap they tried to get, you know, a banker lap in there and Yuki gave him a tow.
Yep.
And I just thought like, wow, we haven't seen that in ages.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think it goes to show like, you know, that's what happens when you have with McLaren like two drivers who are number one drivers, so to speak, because you don't see all that kind of stuff like Yuki giving him a tow and all that in the background. So
yeah, it was very exciting qualifying, that's for certain.
Yeah. I also thought my favorite part of it was George like trying to hint to Red Bull on the radio that they should give him a tow. So he said to his race engineer, he goes, try and get me behind Verstappen on his lap. He'll probably give me a tow. And the whole like strategy there was like the more people that can be up the top and kind of between Max and P1 and Lando, the better chances for Max. But Max didn't end up doing that.
So funny.
It was pretty funny. And George was asked about it afterwards and he goes, it was a subtle hint to the Red Bull pit wall to sort of like consider it, you know, like you need more people in the mix.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
oh my God, so funny. It was a lot to play for this weekend, so everyone was getting involved.
Yeah.
Well, shall we talk about the race?
Yeah, both we should talk about the race. Where do you want to start?
Oh my God, I guess we start from the first lap because that was really insane. Like it was such a beautiful like opening couple of laps.
Yeah.
Some fantastic moves from people. Like I don't even know where to begin. It was just fantastic.
I know that like we like do favorite battle, but like the overtake that Oscar did on Lando.
Oh, it was so good.
I felt so good because I was like, yes, like you've still got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
It was quite funny because they obviously asked Zach Brown about it and, you know, they were like, were you expecting that? And he was like, yeah, was totally expecting that. And I was like, you totally just played that off. I don't think you were expecting that.
You had no idea.
Which I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a last hurrah from Oscar for the season, I felt like, because he was like, I've got to get this done and now is no time like the present.
Yeah.
So that was really, really nice to see that from Oscar.
100%.
Really, really exciting.
And yeah, obviously Lando wins the championship. He finished in P3.
Yep.
And sealed that championship. So that was really, really cool to see. Max won the race and Oscar was P2.
Yeah. It was so interesting. The strategy with McLaren was very interesting to kind of watch how that played out because they were doing a split strategy, which was really good to see. So Oscar started on the hard, Lando started on the medium. And I was really interested to see how this was kind of going to play out over the race because I was like, someone, you know, is going to get the advantage at some point.
Yeah.
It did feel probably a little bit like they had to sacrifice Oscar because he really wanted to pit a bit earlier, but Lando got the pit because they had to cover Charles pitting.
Yeah.
So that was like a bit of a tricky one as like an Oscar fan, obviously. We were rooting 100% for him. So that was a little bit tricky to watch back.
I think so too. And I'm just like, I feel like this really sums up the whole season. And I don't necessarily like, I wouldn't say it was bias if it was going the other way and like Lando was having to like sacrifice, but I can't remember the last time I saw Lando sacrifice anything like this, like boxing later to help Oscar. Like
it does feel like that a little bit.
It does. And I don't know if that's because like Lando's had the momentum and so therefore he hasn't needed it. Like, you know, that's the other thing to consider, but I just really can't remember the last time that like Lando was asked to do something for Oscar.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it was super interesting to see how that played out.
Yeah.
The whole race was super interesting the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I was like, thank God, because we needed a spicy last race.
We did.
Was super surprised not to see any safety cars, no yellow flags. Like nothing. We just ran the race.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
It was very touch and go with the move with Lando and Yuki together. Yeah. I thought that was going to be it. I was like, oh no, like Lando's going to get a puncture. Like he's going to have to limp back to the pits. Like something's going to happen here. Lando's going to get a 5-second penalty. And nothing eventuated from that situation.
Yeah.
Like in that type of way.
Well, that was the thing. And I think the stewards handled it quite well. Yuki obviously got a 5-second time penalty for that, for weaving. And it was just kind of funny because I was a bit like, Yuki, because, you know, he was like, leave it to me, I got this. And then he like didn't have it. You know, like he held him off like 2 seconds and then did some kind of illegal move and then just
that was so
Lando
interesting.
just soared past. I was like, that's probably not what you should have done. But anyway.
Yeah, and also everyone doing the double take on Liam Lawson and
Lance Stroll.
And Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
Like that was quite funny as everyone with the double overtake.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here?
It was really crazy. So I have some kind of like, well, not stats, but just like kind of,
Amazing.
you know, I guess like rounding out so Georgia and Kimmy lost 2 and 3 places off the start respectively. So the Mercedes wasn't that good off the start.
Yep.
And Isaac and Liam and the Racing Bull both had bad races too, and they lost 6 and 5 places respectively throughout the race.
Yeah, rough.
So no good. But I can tell you who did have a really good race, that Ferrari. What the hell happened?
Oh my God, what a surprise,
yeah,
right?
They were
my
so
God.
racy.
They did so well. It
Both
was really,
of
really
them.
nice to see. I was really hoping for Charles to like catch up. I was like, he could be on a podium here for the last race of the season, which would have been really exciting.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was keeping a little eye on Lewis Hamilton because he qualified so poorly.
Well, even so, he started on the softs and he made up 3 places early on. He was up in P13 by lap 4.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Really good.
And Charles was like full in Lando's mirrors, like giving him hell the whole race.
Yeah. Oh, that was awesome.
I don't understand how the Ferrari can be so in quali and then come around like that.
Yeah. And they actually like kind of had good strategy. Like it was one point in the race we were like, oh, what if Ferrari did this? And you were like, no, they're not that organized.
Yeah. Well,
but they really, really surprised us.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
But that was that. So yeah, I guess Lando's our new champion.
Yes.
But before I get to some quotes from him about the race, what was your favorite battle?
My favorite battle, I honestly, I mean, it wasn't really a battle, that Oscar overtaking Lando, was it? But man, that was just really beautiful to see.
Yeah,
I really, really loved
favorite.
that. And I guess everyone just doing the double overtake.
Yeah.
It was quite funny.
Yeah.
Did you have anything really special?
No, literally just that one.
Yeah.
The one, that move that Oscar took on Lando, because I thought it was super like brave and I was just really, really proud of him.
Super smooth. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed actually the start. Not that it was like a battle, but Max didn't really get like the most perfect start.
Yeah.
So it was quite good to see like him make those moves to kind of cover himself, because Lando kind of had a better start.
Yeah.
So that was really, really nice to see, like driving from him as well, like as per usual.
Move of a world champion.
Yeah.
So yeah. I have kind of like a recap of kind of the race as well, just to kind of, I guess, tie a neat little bow on where everybody ended up at the end of the year.
Beautiful.
And then we can go into like who we thought drove the best.
Yes.
Mercedes claimed second in the standings. They were 18 points clear of Red Bull, and Ferrari was 53 points back and forth. So that was because George Russell got P5 in the race. So that was really good.
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon didn't get in the points at all, but Williams had already secured P5 in the championship in Qatar.
Yep.
Racing Bulls took 6 because Isaac Hadjar and Liam Lawson also didn't finish inside the top 10 in Abu Dhabi.
Yep.
Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll finished P6 and P10 respectively, and so that meant that Aston Martin finished P7, just 3 points behind Racing Bulls.
Oh.
But they were 10 points clear of Haas because Esteban Ocon got 7th in the race.
Yep.
So Kick Sauber, this was their final race. We'll go into that a bit more in the next episode.
Yes.
But they rounded it out coming in 9th. And Alpine was 10th because they failed to score.
Wow. Alpine really just had a pretty bad year.
They did.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
It's quite interesting to see how well Ferrari did in the constructors, to be fair, because I feel like all season we were like, they're shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is the thing, right? I guess they're shit, but they had a good, and this is, again, we need to not jump too far, but they had a good first half of the season.
For sure.
You know?
Really, yeah.
So that kind of changes things.
100%. So interesting.
Yeah. But we have a new world champion, and Lando Norris had some quite good quotes after.
Absolutely.
I think they are good quotes, but it doesn't redeem it for me in my eyes. So I would love to hear what you think about this. So he's sitting on a couch in the media like room, and he goes, I know at times I say some stupid things. I say some things about Max, or I might have said some things in the past about Lewis. Some things I regret and I wish I could take back and never have come out of my mouth. But honestly, I believe I give more respect than anyone else. I give more respect to Oscar. I give more respect to Max. Lewis is a 7-time world champion. You compare him to Schumacher, the best driver there has ever been in Formula One. I'm not even close to that. I might never be. I dream of those kinds of things. I dreamt it today and I've managed to achieve one of the 7 compared to him. Okay, I take it back because I'm almost tearing up listening to that.
Oh, that was really beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's realized, you know, some of the things that he says sometimes can be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But he probably doesn't mean it as bad as he thinks, as it sounds, you know what I mean? So I really liked to hear those quotes from him. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a huge reflection moment for him as well, thinking like, holy, like, look how far I have gotten this season. Like, look at where I am now. So I liked that from him.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. And as you were saying before as well, like his first win was last year.
Yeah.
You know, like
we were talking about this in the car. Yeah. His first win was in Miami.
Yeah.
Last year. So yeah, it's really cool to see that he's, you know, been racing for 7 seasons now and he only got his first win last year and now he's finally been able to build up to this moment and take a championship. So it is kind of cool when you look back at his career.
Yeah, like the growth is exponential, you know.
It's really, really cool. And then you kind of contrast that with Oscar. It's only his 3rd season. So that's a pretty good damn effort like that he put in this year to be able to fighting against Max, who's a
4-time world champion.
World champion. And Lando, who, you know, is quite experienced. So that was like really cool, I think, when you look back at Oscar's season as well.
No, 100% agree with you.
Which I do have a couple of little stats to read out for Oscar if I can.
Please.
Jesus, I might leave that in. I just threw my phone. So we had the AusGP do a really lovely post about Oscar today and it kind of put some things into perspective again for me. So it says first pole, first hat trick, first Grand Slam, 7 wins, 16 podiums, 410 points and led the championship for more than half the season. So that was like pretty cool to when you write all of Oscar's achievements down for the last 12 months. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's honestly done so well.
Honestly.
When you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Hey?
So I think it was really hard to watch, you know, the final few races play out because I feel like everybody was deserving of this championship in a different way, you know. Yeah. So I think it made it really hard and very tense for fans this year because you had all these like different views of like Oscar's been fighting all year for this and he's so new and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Then you've got Max, who's a 4-time world champion. Like, let's see him do it again. Then you've got Lando, who's never won a championship before. Has a lot of skin in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like it just got so intense this season and now it's all died down and we can all take like a nice step back and look at this season, which it was a damn good season.
Yeah, like the best season for all 3 of them, even Max. And Max has admitted that because he's had to claw his way back so much. I think we've just been given so much good racing in it and it's so hard when you get so pulled into it, the day-to-day of it. But
100%.
Yeah, sitting back, it's like we were so lucky this year.
That was so good. And even Max, like he keeps saying like, oh, you know, like I didn't do anything this year. Like it was everyone else's fault. But he still never gave up all season
100%.
and he still drove 100% as he always does in every single race. So I still think it was just as impressive as him to be fighting for that championship, even though they had a pretty rough season, to be fair.
Yep.
So, yeah, oh, my God, I just have so many thoughts.
Oh, bloody hell. The other thing as well is I have a couple more quotes from Lando.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. It's a great discussion, right? I think it just goes more to what we were literally just saying. Lando said, I wanted Oscar to win today. That would have made me even happier. Seeing Oscar on the top step because it would have got his job done of trying to finish second and I would have also got my job done through that.
Yep.
He said it's a tricky situation because I want to go and celebrate with Oscar, but it's difficult at the same time because he's your teammate. And then, you know, I know he's going to be thinking a lot of things right now and I know at some point I'm going to be in his position in the future and I'm going to be thinking the same things and he's probably going to be sat here talking to you. It's very difficult to understand those kinds of moments, that's just because that's the kind of person I am. I don't want to make him feel bad or rub it in anyone's face or whatever. It's a weird way to go about things. And I know we're probably going to turn up on Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning and I do the AM test and he does the PM test and we'll be like, okay, the tyres are doing this. How can we make the car better for next year? And we're going to be working together again. And that's how it continues to be next year and it will even be for this year.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, Lando.
Yeah.
Some really, really beautiful quotes from him there. I do love that.
Yeah. So I think he's handled himself really, really gracefully.
Yep. I think so.
Yep.
God, it would be really hard.
Oh, definitely.
And it would have been so weird sitting in that like media room at the end of the race because you've got someone who's just won the race, someone who's just won the championship and someone who's sitting in the middle, you know?
100%.
So that would have been, really interesting feeling, that's for certain.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that absolutely wraps up that race.
Yeah.
So now it is time for a radio check.
Yay.
The last one for the season.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sad. You go first.
Okay. I just liked how Kimmy was getting a bit angry over the radio. This was in quali, I think. He was like, man, I don't understand. No rear again. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's got a bit of upset in his voice there.
Yeah. I had one from practice one where Arthur Leclerc was driving Lewis Hamilton's car. So it was both brothers on the grid again for the second Abu Dhabi in a row.
Yeah, this was good.
And GP was letting Max know and he goes, Leclerc Jr. like 0.3 behind you or something. And Max goes, I find that quite funny that you call him Leclerc Jr.
I love that.
Yeah.
Isaac, he was like, that's all I've got. And then his crew told him that he like made it through to the next session. And he was like, fuck, yes. It was really, really nice. He was so excited. So yeah, it would have been quite an emotional weekend for him as well, I feel like, because
definitely
that was his last weekend in that car. So yeah super interesting from him. Loved it.
Yeah. George's race engineer was like Owasa 0.3 seconds ahead, and then George was like, I think you'll find that was O'Ward, because I think the engineer got confused thinking that the 3 letters, but Owasa actually starts with an I, so that's a bit not a no.
So my God, that's funny.
Yeah. Lol.
My last ones that I have are both from Yuki. And it was when he came on the radio and he was like, I know what to do, so leave me alone, which we did speak about just before.
Yeah.
And then he gets a penalty and he's like, penalty? What penalty? And I was like, and that's all we get from Yuki. Like that was our like last moment, really.
Yeah, literally.
So, I'm going to miss him next year. He's such a good character.
I have Lewis after Q1. He goes, every time, mate, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that hurt me. That was real sad. You could feel it in his voice.
Yeah. Did you have any more?
That was
the
all
last
I
one,
had.
the Yuki with the bang.
Yep.
I just have a couple of post-race radios. So Max goes, GP goes to Max after the race. Max, you've given everything. You can be proud of that, mate. Hold your head up high. We showed that one final time in this class. And then Max goes, I confess, guys, when we came back on our second half of the season, we can be really, really proud of that. So don't be too disappointed. I'm definitely not disappointed. I'm really proud of everyone. We never give up.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, so cute.
So nice. Some lovely radios this weekend.
Yeah.
So bittersweet that it's over. Like, what are we going to do with ourselves now?
I know. And then I have one more from Oscar. They went, Oscar, what a season. You're a star. 7 wins. We love you. We'll do it again next year. Thank you, Oscar, for everything you've done. What a year. And then Oscar goes, yeah, thanks, everyone. Well done to Lando. It's been a great season trying to beat each other. So congratulations. We tried our best to get there, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
And then one last one.
Yes.
This wasn't in the car, but Oscar post-race to Max goes,
oh, yeah.
Oscar goes, at least we don't have to drive this generation of cars again. And then Max goes, we'll see what we get last year. And then Oscar goes, so you didn't want to back everyone up?
That was really funny.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I love that. Well, that's our last radios, guys. So sad.
I had some. Okay, so now we move into the tea segment.
Woohoo!
It's a little bit beefy today.
Amazing.
I had some stuff from earlier in the weekend about the team orders, but they didn't really eventuate. But basically, Zach Brown was just talking a bit of shit about, they'll do what they want.
Yeah.
And I was a bit like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like realistically, but you've said all year that you're not going to do team orders, and now all of a sudden you're saying you are.
Yeah.
Like, off.
Totally.
I found it really funny that Max said before the race that the championship trophy looks exactly the same and he has 4 at home, so he doesn't really care.
That was quite funny actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. I have a really good, interesting one about Arvid Lindblad.
Oh,
so he's picked his number for next year.
What did he pick?
Take one guess. Just take one guess out in the dark.
Oh, no. I don't want to guess.
Okay, that's fine.
86 or something?
No.
No? Okay. I thought it would be a big number.
So he races under number 4 at the moment, but obviously Lando has that.
Of course.
So he can't do that. So he's picked number 41 because it looks like his name. Because AL and then 41.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's all about the marketing, baby.
It's all about the marketing, baby.
Nice.
Nico Rosberg was on the commentary and he let it slip that him and Lewis in that championship year that they were in had to pay the amount of damage when they crashed. So he had to pay 360,000 euros when him and Lewis came together in Barcelona.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Love that.
Carlos spoke a little bit about going to Williams. Obviously, a bit of a full circle moment.
Yes.
He said, I'm happy with my decision to be at Williams. I remember when I arrived here last year dressed in all white without my sponsor on my suit and a white helmet, and the people felt sorry for me. Aww. Meanwhile, I was thinking this team was going to be good for my future. 1 year later, there's 3 podiums and a good year to start my year at Williams.
Oh, love. I really think it's one of the greatest things to happen to Carlos, honestly.
Yeah.
So good. And that team just seems epic. I think I spoke about this last week. I won't go on again.
No, they do though, don't they?
They seem great. I just love it.
Yeah. Oscar spoke a little bit post-race on what he's learned this year. He said, when things have been good this year, I felt unstoppable at points, and to even be able to get to that point is a pretty cool feeling to have. There's been plenty of times where that's not been the case. I think I've learned a lot of lessons on how to deal with tough moments. You know, adversity from different directions, so ultimately I've learned a lot about myself. I've been in the championship battles before in the junior categories, but the F1 is a little bit extra, so I've learned plenty about that this year. I think that alone will help me moving forward.
Nice. Love that. God, I'm excited for next year.
I know. It's going to be good.
It's going to be really
Hopefully
good.
Oscar's got it next year.
I hope so.
The interviewer asked George Russell about the driver dinner that we have. So all the drivers go out for dinner every year on the last race, except only 17 people went this year.
Yeah,
Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso and Nico Hülkenberg missed it.
Why?
Bit weird. Don't know.
Okay.
So the interviewer asked George about the dinner, and because George was sat between Oscar and Lando, and so the interviewer asked if there was like a lot of chat about the racing and like how it went, and George goes, no, conversation wasn't really about the racing, but I'll leave that up to your imagination. It was nice because we're all rivals, you're all competing against one another, but the one thing that we have in common is that we're traveling the world together, and nights like that just give you the chance to sort of bond a little bit and enjoy it.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh.
Okay, this is the spicy one.
Okay.
Toto was asked about Abu Dhabi 2021 and specifically about Christian Horner.
Oh, God.
The interviewer asked, have you ever had a conversation with Christian Horner in which he admitted that what happened in Abu Dhabi was wrong?
Yeah.
Toto goes, never. He was never able to admit it. I try to look at it from the other side and from their point of view. They deserve to be the world champions. They had some incidents that were unfair to them throughout the season, and the outcome of that race is a fair representation of the performance levels during the season. But Christian was never able to admit the same. That if it was the other way around and it had happened to them that day, it would have been catastrophic, and he would have had to come up with all kinds of insults. And I think the ability to be introspective or be able to see the other side with some compassion is a total gap in his personality.
Wow.
It's the sense of entitlement he has, and that bit him in the end because he felt entitled to all the power and Red Bull didn't want to give him that power.
Oh my goodness. Wow, Toto really gives the spicy comments these days, doesn't he?
Isn't that crazy?
Wow, I did not expect that.
A total gap in his personality.
Wow. Okay, interesting. Would love to know what people think about that one.
Yeah. Charles spoke post-race about Lewis struggling with the car and the Ferrari car in general just being shit. He goes, I'm driving the car as well and I can see how tricky the car is, how you've just got to go full commitment and it's either in the wall or through Q1. God. Then you need to be able to do the same in Q2 and then you need to be able to do the same in Q3. And I know it's what it's like to have a car that is, and also for the understanding of the car, it's much more difficult to understand something from the car when you really have to push it to the absolute limit. In Q2, I thought I would be in the wall quite a few times, and it makes it difficult to also improve the car. Probably the McLaren or the Red Bull, you do by pushing a little bit less in Q1 and Q2. You understand more about what's going on with the car, and then you can obviously like improve in Q3.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a tricky situation that we're in.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Not having that like confidence in the car must be really hard.
Yeah.
God.
There's a bit of speculation around whether GP Lambiase is going to be Max's race engineer next year. I don't know if you saw this.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. His role has not been finalised. He's had some personal circumstances this year that have brought him to and from the grid.
Yeah.
So it's a topic of conversation that they're going to talk about over the winter.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that if they can find a good alternative for Max, and a structure that like is good for everyone, he could potentially step down as race engineer and continue at Red Bull in a more senior role, but apparently still trackside. So I don't really know what that means.
That's a really tricky one.
Yeah. And Max said post-race, it's been an emotional year. I don't want to go into detail, but it's been tough. But I'm very happy to be able to work with someone that passionate, obviously speaking about GP.
Yeah.
Of course, he's my race engineer, but I still see him as my friend. We've lived through so many emotional things together and fantastic achievements. I'm sure he was a bit emotional after the flag, so I'm excited to leave here and catch up with him because it hasn't been easy at times for him. I'm just very proud to be able to work with someone that good as well, and also a proper example of someone that never gave up this season through all the difficult time.
Oh, that's really nice.
And then GP heard hours after the race that Max has said that, and he basically broke down in tears. And then he goes, I can still picture him coming in as a teenager. That kid has grown so much over the years.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
I just love that. Oh,
Sorry, you go.
I know.
Everybody's really getting up all in their feelings. And I know that I'm speaking a lot, but I'm just like, there's just so many good quotes from people.
No, it's amazing. Seriously.
I've got one more.
Okay.
And this is funny. It's our old mate, Nico Rosberg. He says what the masses think most of the times, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And he criticised Zach Brown post-race.
Okay.
So while Oscar was being consoled by his race engineer, Zach Brown came on the radio, fully interrupted, and goes, what a season, what a season. You're a star, 7 wins. We love you. Thank you for everything you've done. What a year. What a team player. Awesome. And I'm paraphrasing because he goes on forever. We go again next year. See you on the podium. And Nico goes, that's the most horrible moment in his racing career, in Oscar's racing career. Maybe Zach could have had a little bit more empathy there rather than celebrating. He could have said, next year will be your year, but it's difficult for Zach because he's so ecstatic at the same time.
Yeah, Zach made some really random rogue comments over the radio. Like his radio message to Lando when he won, he's like, hello, is that like Lando the world champion?
I fucking hated that.
And I was like, oh, Zach, that was not it. That was not it.
He's so cringe in all the wrong ways.
Oh, that was just a little bit rogue.
It was so bad.
I have just one tiny little thing.
Yeah, hit me.
I'm really annoyed because I can't find the proper answer, but I can't tell if it was Kimi Antonelli or Lance Stroll that was the last person to use a DRS this season because I keep seeing conflicting articles and I can't figure out who it was. But one of them was the last person to use it. So
I hope it wasn't Stroll.
I think it was Kimi.
Good.
So that's kind of crazy.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, because, no DRS next year. We'll get into that later.
Now we move into my favorite segment, By the Numbers. Last time of the year.
Last time.
So the attendance was not confirmed yet, but it is higher than last year's number of 192,000. So that kind of gives you a bit of an idea.
Yep.
So Max ends the season with 8 pole positions, the most of any driver in 2025. So I don't know if you remember us talking about they were all tied on 7.
Yes,
and so Max has been the one to break that, which I think is so cool.
Love.
He's also tied Lewis Hamilton for the most poles at this track with both drivers on 5 apiece.
Beautiful.
Lando claimed his 15th front row start of the season, the most in F1.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, what a dominant season.
This one is, for me, George starts P4 again.
Oh, God, this 4 thing again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ollie Behrman missed out on Q3 by just 0.007 seconds, settling for P11.
Yeah. Poor Dal.
And obviously we spoke about this earlier, but Lewis Hamilton ends his first campaign with Ferrari with 3 consecutive Q1 eliminations, the first for the team since 2009.
Damn. Yeah, not the greatest season for Lewis as either. So,
no.
Damn.
And I wrote this one down while we were watching the race, so fact check me if you remember. But they said 1,444 laps of racing this year.
Yeah.
So good.
Seems like a lot, but it's probably just about right.
Yeah. I also now have all the qualifying head-to-heads of 2025.
Oh, sheesh.
And we can probably go into them in a bit more detail maybe in the episode next week.
Yeah.
But there were 2 teams in which one person qualified ahead every single race.
Okay.
2 teams.
Yep.
What 2 teams do you think that was?
Aston Martin.
Yep.
And Alpine?
No. Red Bull.
Oh.
Because we're talking just Grand Prix. Yeah.
I was close.
So Alpine was actually 13 to Gasly, 5 to Colapinto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice. So many stats, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's no around the Apex. Because that's Australia, babes, next year.
88 days until the Australian Grand Prix.
Is that it?
Yes, from today is Monday in Australia. So 88 days and we're there, baby. Isn't that nuts?
That actually just makes me freak out because I'm getting married in January.
So that is,
and this race is in March. And if this race is 88 days away, that makes me concerned.
Your wedding must be like 30 or like 40 something days away.
Oh, that makes me feel a bit ill.
Crazy.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
All right. So jumping off the back of the World Championship.
Yeah.
What about the Remii and Zoe Championship? Are we up to that?
Dun, dun, dun. Who do you think won?
Well, Zoe won, I bet.
Oh, way to spoil it. But yeah, I did.
I'm so annoyed because everyone will remember me spiraling last week saying like, no, I'm scrapping what I said and I'm changing it. And if I had have kept it, we would have been tied.
And that would have been such a beautiful way to finish the season as well, I think.
Goodness me. So 1 point each because we both said Max, 1 point each because we both said Oscar, no points each because we had a Charles and a George. Yeah. And you know what? We were darn close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you finished the season on 7 and I'm on 8.
Damn.
So we go again next year and we're going to think of a really good prize.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to think on that.
I'd love to know this season who was like more close all year because we had some real close ones, but we never hit it exactly right.
It's going to be really hard like as to whether it's going to be really easy next year because it's all going to be like one person dominating or whether it's going to be really hard because we just don't know.
Yep. I'm so excited for next year. It's really, really going to be lots of fun.
Yeah.
So maybe next week we'll talk about our little season predictions just lightly maybe.
Yeah, just throw some things around, see how it lands.
Pre-testing.
Yeah.
See what we think.
Wow.
Wow.
Just wow.
God, it's been a whole season, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around with us.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of episodes. Like, I feel so grateful.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Like, it's just been amazing. I think back on it and we can talk about it next week as well. But I think back on the fact that, like, I remember vividly where we were standing at my desk at work. Yeah. And I was like, we should start a podcast. What are we doing?
And I was like, absolutely not. And here we are.
And that first episode that we did with the little Rode mics, like not even proper podcast microphones.
Yeah.
We just sat down and just yapped.
Oh, we're going to have to do a little throwback episode. I need to take the videos down of the first episode, honestly.
No, you don't.
It's so funny to look back at now.
It is. It is now.
Just so it's like new.
Yeah. But bigger and better things coming next year.
Absolutely, guys. Get excited.
Yeah. We're both going to the Oz GPs. That'll be really exciting.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Just really exciting. But we'll have a proper episode debriefing next week. Yeah, we promise to both be less tired because I feel like I'm definitely not on my A game today. I can barely string a sentence together.
I'm a bit flat, so hopefully everyone thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please make sure to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple, all the other places. We are on YouTube now, so make sure to subscribe to us on there and have a little look look around. We post some fun bits on there.
Yep.
Hello, YouTube, as I do
Hi,
every week.
YouTube.
Where else can people find us, Zoe?
You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at
Yes.
Pit Stop Procrastination. And I was also reposting some zinger tweets on the weekend, which was great. Follow that so you can see that in real time.
Yeah.
And yeah, just good vibes on Pinterest too.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
We will be in your ears next week.
Yes.
And we have much to discuss.
Much to discuss.
So yeah.
Bye.
Bye.